1. I'm Maria Shriver.
This is First Person.
First Person.
First with Maria
Shriver.
Person.
Roseanne said to me that you were, quote, mysterious.
That's kind of neat. I like being mysterious. Of course, there won't be much mystery left after this interview, will there?
I learned the hard way.
Your coach is quoted as saying that had it not been for the decathlon, you'd be on Skid Row.
I don't know. I think I made a decision back there. You know, I was gonna do something, you know, and I just decided to run because it was all I had at the time.
Even though you were able to get out alive, you think that the government has, in a way, killed a part of you by destroying your family?
That's what they try to do.
But they've only killed a part of you, not all of you.
Because I went out and haven't.
You know, when a show has your name on it.
Angst.
Oh, man. And when you get canceled, you feel like everybody in the world who has a TV looks at your show and goes, no.
Good evening and welcome to First Person. I'm Maria Shriver. Tonight's show combines humor with grit and courage. It's hard to imagine a funnier or more versatile performer than Billy Crystal. Monday night, he'll stand up and try to make more than 1 billion people laugh when he emcees the Oscars. Talk about courage. And John Goodman knows how to get a laugh, but there's a lot more to this blue-collar funny man than you see every week on Roseanne. Dan O'Brien believes he can become the greatest athlete the world has ever known. Don't laugh, he could just do it. And that's an incredible concept to anybody who knew this young man a few years ago, when he was at rock bottom. And finally, a dramatic story. Just a few years ago, Chai Ling was a shy student in China. Then she found herself a leader in Tiananmen Square. She saw her friends die, her revolution fail, her life change. Her story is powerful and riveting. Up first on First Person, John the Babe Goodman. How would you describe yourself?
I would be an oak tree.
No, that's Barbara.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
Maria.
Well, Maria. Like a pretty good old pair of work boots. Comfortable. And they get the job done. Something that's easy to wear.
For millions of Americans, 39-year-old actor John Goodman is as comfortable and easy to wear as the old work boots he compares himself to. Appearing each week as Roseanne's lovable lug of a husband, his talent for performing allows him to do more than just get the job done. It lets him shine.
It's only 8:30. If we go to bed now, we'll get up at like 4 in the morning. We'll have nothing to do again.
Goodman, who has turned the portrayal of the American working man into an art form, is enjoying the kind of success he never dreamed of. Starring in a film every 6 months for the past 5 years, there's no doubt that this king of blue collar is on a roll. But surprisingly, he's often uneasy with success. Are you nervous, embarrassed?
I threw up
You did
about
not.
half an hour ago.
You
Yeah,
did
I did.
not.
I was scared, yeah.
You threw up?
I hurled.
Scared because shortly he would be addressing a glittering crowd of 1,400 hometown St. Louis folks who had turned out to greet him as the returning local boy who made good. Are you nervous because it's your hometown?
Yeah, I just speaking in public, I'm not crazy about it. I'm not kidding. If I don't have a script, I don't cut it. I'm an idiot.
So what do you think everybody's expecting tonight?
I think they expect me not to hurl.
John Goodman is a man solidly rooted in the working class.
One more, Justin.
I'd like to go see my family. Thanks.
Okay.
He is most comfortable with his wife of 3 years, Annabeth, and their daughter, Molly. He finds the trappings of celebrity barely tolerable. In other words, his work boots often clash with his tuxedo.
Sign my yearbook?
Yeah. Do you have a pen?
Oh,
I don't.
no, that's fine, yes.
It's just the celebrity that makes me nervous. And I don't think I deserve it. Just, like people being nice to you just because you're on a television show. Hi, how you doing?
To understand the difficulty Goodman feels in moving from working class to first class, you might want to start in his old neighborhood, on a walk near his old high school. You're living a very different life.
Very abnormal life. And I'm trying to normalize it as much as I can by doing interviews like this.
Yes, and walking around your old neighborhood with 2 cameras,
yeah.
right?
But no, I try it to be as normal as it can, what I do for a living can allow.
John, this is where you live?
Yeah.
John Goodman grew up in this comfortable working-class home in suburban St. Louis. Virginia Goodman has kept his room in the basement just as it was when her son lived here. That's what you call a nice mom that would leave this all here for you, just like this.
Why in the hell am I doing this?
That's just all his stuff.
All his stuff? Your mother told me you would dress up in, like, Indian outfits and run around upstairs and act.
Oh, Zorro, Batman.
Yeah, Zorro, Batman, and then I bought him a Charlie McCarthy doll.
So he was acting even as a child?
Oh, yeah.
He's totally uncomfortable with this. He's leaving the room. Mrs. Goodman, you're going to have to carry the show. Virginia Goodman is no stranger to carrying the show. She was abruptly widowed when her husband died of a heart attack at age 38. John was only 18 months old. While growing up with his brother, who was 14 years his senior, and his little sister, he watched his mother struggling to provide for her close-knit family. In the process, he learned the value of hard work and perseverance.
I saw my mom holding down 2 or 3 jobs trying to make ends meet. And I also knew, even though I didn't work much when I was a kid, that work is almost kind of a sacred thing. It's very noble, and it's good. It worked good. It's good for the soul.
But his career prospects were bleak. Several times he applied to and was rejected by the local brewery. But before they could discover their mistake, Goodman was hooked on acting.
On a dare, a buddy of mine dared me to try out for the spring musical, Little Abner, so I did.
And it was a great match. After high school, Goodman continued acting in college. And when he graduated, he headed for New York City with $1,000 in his pocket, a graduation reward from his big brother Les.
I was terrified. I was terrified the first month I was there. I just didn't know what I was doing. I go, what am I doing? And I missed everybody back home. And, then again, I went out looking for jobs and I couldn't get hired as a waiter or nothing, It was... Oh, it's even tougher than the crust your brother had, or your mother had, or I had.
For years, he struggled, taking any acting jobs he could get his hands on.
Still the best deodorant soap.
But his perseverance finally paid off. A decade after leaving the Midwest, he made it to Broadway, singing and dancing in Big River. This is John?
Got your damn hands in every pocket of my clothes. Well, you dad-gone, government will go home.
Your mom came to see you on Broadway. Do you remember that?
I remember it vividly. That was one of the biggest thrills I ever had. Was to be able to do that, especially Broadway.
But if Broadway was his biggest thrill, his biggest break was Roseanne. She hired him on the spot to play her husband, Dan Connor. Do you think people identify with him, working class people?
I think a lot of people do. A lot of people I've talked to do.
What do they come up to you and say?
Oh, you're just like my husband, or you're just like my uncle. So he's just like a lot of people.
I mean, he's an awesome actor. I don't know, he's kind of mysterious, too.
He is?
Yeah, I think he's kind of mysterious.
Mysterious?
Yeah. You can't really read him. I don't know a lot about him, and I worked with him for 4 years every day of my life, and I don't really know too much about him at all, except for his work.
Roseanne said to me that you were, quote, mysterious.
Yes. I'm trapped inside the body of a man.
Does that description surprise you?
I am Kruskin. Yeah, that did, coming from her. That's kind of neat. I like being mysterious. Of course, there won't be much mystery left after this interview, will there?
John Goodman's zest for life is reflected in his talent for improvisation. A relentless performer, he's always looking to crack a joke, make people smile, rarely missing an opportunity to entertain. There's a trash can in there. Okay. I can put it in.
That's a girl's room.
Oh, I'll put it in there then.
Is it?
Just give it to me already.
It's really the men's room. Watch the fun.
This is the men's room. This is the men's room. Gregarious qualities he called upon when asked to portray the legendary Babe Ruth. Next month, audiences will see him in his most demanding role yet, delivering a performance that brings the Babe back to life.
swimming in the hotel fountain, the brothel in the French Quarter, 4 women at one time. What are you? Some kind of animal? While I sit at home, waiting.
Well, you sit at home. While you sit at home, you could be out with me. You could be out having dinner with me. You could be out dancing with me. I want you with me, Helen.
Goodman always plays the big guys. His weight, hovering in the 300-pound range, has always been a concern to him. I read that you actually lost weight to play Babe.
Yeah, I did, and I managed to put most of it back on. But yeah, it's a pretty sad state of events when you have to lose weight to play Babe Ruth.
How much weight did you have to lose?
I lost about 60 pounds.
60?
Yeah, but, you know, that's...
There's so many comments to Babe about his size and about his weight. Did that hit home with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite thing in the world, you know, to hear somebody call you a fat ass all day, and so...
But back in St. Louis, Missouri, where the folks were more impressed with the size of Goodman's accomplishments than with the size of his waistline, Goodman stood nervously waiting outside the banquet hall. And no one could have been prouder than his mom.
We were discussing the hotel last night, and John said I do with Dad was here.
Your husband.
One of America's most popular performers, St. Louis's own John Goodman.
So John Goodman has come full circle, from a young man who couldn't get hired in his hometown to being the toast of that town.
I'm a little nervous right now, so I'm mentally picturing all of you in your underwear.
He's not a Hollywood. You know, he likes privacy. He doesn't like all this promotion.
So he's not a Hollywood star?
No. He's just John Goodman, my boy.
I'm feeling very fortunate tonight. I'm a lucky man, but I had a mom who loved me very much and a brother who valued education, and I thank them. Thanks, Mom. I think a lot of it probably has to do with wanting to see my mom happy. And then a lot of it was to try to be true to my calling. How's that for a load?
I just like making people laugh, and I just think that was always the plan.
Welcome to a sneak preview of the biggest show in show business. This Monday night, armed with musical numbers and a monologue, this man will try and make 1 billion people laugh. And that's no joke.
Everybody, silence on the land when they are gone. A base of tongues and
Pat have your lips or something.
Hosting the Oscars is the ultimate job for the best in the business, Billy Crystal.
Later tonight, we're going to be going live to Russia, where today Disney announced plans to do the life story of Mikhail Gorbachev. And it's going to be called Honey, I Shrunk the Party. The world is a rough room. And there's 1 billion people watching, so I've got to really be great. Jack is so rich, Morgan Freeman drove him here tonight. I'll tell you that right now. Whoa!
The first time you did it, people didn't know what to expect.
Jack is so rich, John Peters still cuts his hair. Wow!
Now you've done it 2 times. They're expecting you to liven the show up. Does that put even more pressure? Do you try to think of more creative ways to do it?
Yeah, because I want to be really good, you know, better than good for this show. So yeah, it's I don't settle for anything because you don't get to do this again. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch makes your blood boil, what I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1,
Billy
2,
Crystal
3,
thrives
4,
on
5,
that kind
6,
of danger, thrives on taking risks, and
Women
testing
and
himself
gentlemen,
and his talent in as many ways as possible.
I was the leading tenor.
At the age of 44, Billy Crystal is without a doubt one of the most versatile performers in show business. What other performer can direct himself in a movie that he helped to write and produce?
I printed. That was the best one.
What other performer can sing and dance, rope and wrestle, and host the Oscars? Nobody. Nobody but Billy.
Yes!
Where do you get this versatility? What do you credit it to?
I've always done a lot of different stuff, all the way back in elementary school, writing the school plays for the, You know, you'll be a flower, you'll be a vegetable, you'll be the sun.
Billy Crystal's story is about awesome talent and incredible tenacity. It's about getting bumped and getting back up again. But most of all, it's a story about a guy who did it his way.
I always moved to the sound of my own drum section.
From the beginning, Billy claims he was bred for show business. His family owned and operated a record store, and his father promoted live appearances. His mother was the voice of Minnie Mouse in the Macy's Day Parade. Did your parents tell you, you know, you're great? Did they instill that confidence in you?
My brothers, it was a house filled with laughs and fun and jazz, and it was a great place to grow up, and we all loved making each other laugh. And the laugh is the confidence. After laughing, then you want a bigger one.
Greatest actor of all time, Rin Tin Tin.
Armed with his talent to make people laugh, Billy set off for college.
I was just lost. You know, I was just lonely and lost, and I started a radio show. I had a call-in show, but I was the one who kept calling in. So, but I was I was lost. I was really lost. And that summer I met Janice. You know, I was 18 years old, and I was in love with her, and I'm 44 now, and I'm more in love with her.
Together, Billy and Janice set out to pursue their own field of dreams. His first big break came when he was scheduled to appear on the very first Saturday Night Live broadcast.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
No sooner had he been booked than he was bumped because the show ran too long.
That was a hard night because of the expectation and then the phone calls to the relatives. I'm not going to be on. What did you do? What did you do? Get fired? What'd you do? Open a mouth? You know, yeah, that's hard when you're just sitting there, still with your makeup on, getting home and watching, you know, Chevy Take the Fall on his first show, you know, live from New York, and I'm sitting there, you know, dead in Long Island. You know, that's what it felt like to me, you know.
While his friends went on to make television history, Billy went out on his own. In a risky career move, he played an openly gay character on the television program Soap.
They're gonna know, Bert. When I come in wearing blue and go out wearing pink, they're gonna know.
The portrayal won him acclaim and the chance to star in his own show, the Billy Crystal Comedy Hour. But again, he was bumped big time. The show was canceled after only 4 weeks.
There was too much pressure. That was the worst time of my life, was doing that show. Feeling that network pressure. I wasn't really that well known. Mm-hmm. You know, when a show has your name on it.
Angst.
Oh, man. And when you get canceled, you feel like everybody in the world who has a TV looks at your show and goes, no. It's a terrible feeling.
The terrible feeling finally went away when the show that originally bumped him asked him back.
18 to 26, I'm gonna live forever.
Doing Saturday Night Live in '84, only 18 shows, you know, gave me the courage to be myself.
And everybody else.
I don't feel marvelous. I look marvelous, but I don't feel marvelous.
Crystal exploded. It was the right time and the right place for his brand of funny. The characters he created in his living room long ago started to come to life.
But the people are wonderful, and I'm a people person.
I mean, I went to Nam to make sure that these people had a hut to sleep in under a free sky. That's more than I have now.
Billy's cast of characters soon began to include not just those from his living room, but those he found living in the streets.
When I was doing Saturday night, we lived on this street in the village, and across from us every night was a single mother and 2 little kids, you know, and while we were putting our kids to bed you know, that night, well-fed, she was putting them under a blanket, and they just put the blanket over them, sit in the doorway. And how no one should have to go through that.
That we need your help indeed, to help Americans in need.
To help people like that woman, Billy teamed up with Robin Williams and Whoopi Goldberg, and Comic Relief was born, a nonprofit organization that has raised and distributed $15 million in health care for the homeless.
Please stop the car. I can't. Stop the car, please. There's no brakes. Jump for that car.
With his career clearly driving towards stardom, it was time for the movies. His road to Hollywood was bumpy, but when he hit it with a bang. He threw Mama from the Train met Sally on a plane and city slickered in the rain. Now he's directing his first film, Mr. Saturday Night.
Like I didn't know you were here.
We wanted you to know I was here. I'm going to walk you back to the set.
Okay.
You close the door on him.
Oh, but I can do that.
Oh, you can do that? Yeah, he works for you.
Should we do take two?
No, this is fine. This is all normal. This is fine. This is fine. We'll cut.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Saturday Night is a film Crystal created for his make-believe 73-year-old character, comedian Buddy Young Jr. Part fiction and part Billy.
He's my worst nightmare. He's a combination of people that I really love and respect and who indeed made me want to be a comedian a lot. I go to the travel agent today. I want to go to Europe. She says, do you have dental charts?
You say he's your worst nightmare. In what way?
Well, you wake up one day and you're not wanted and you're not funny anymore. That's a pretty tough 1-2 punch to overcome. I mean, the dentist will see us in just a second. Hope this is okay.
You're the director. You can tell him to stop.
You're fired.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. I don't work here. You're hired. Now you're fired.
This face, Buddy Young's old face, is my face. And that's weird.
In your pants, I saw in the pictures, the pants are up really quite high.
Pants are up high and
suspenders.
so everything else is lower. I actually had that built in. I did. No, I'll show it to you.
Stop it.
No, I did. Marie, I did. Where are they?
You did
so
not.
when I sat, you get that thing that your uncles get. Not you, I don't mean your uncles, because that's not, I can't do that.
You should have liked that. That should have been one of those moments when you shouldn't have said what you just said.
Yeah, but you can't use this, so now I can run with it. Free fall.
Do you think people now have a sense of your talent, what you can do, who you can be?
I hope so, because I'm so tired.
It's no wonder he's tired. He's doing it all, and he's doing it in his own deliberate way. And the Oscar show will be no exception. Set the stage for me right before you go out. I've read all sorts of things like you put your shoes on first, you put your shoes on last, you don't. I mean, it's like...
Mark.
It's a song?
First you put your shoes on, you lace them up tight, then you put your pants on for the night. Don't sit down, 'cause you'll break your crease. And then your hair you put grease.
2 nights from now, he's booked before 1 billion people. And this time, there's no way, I mean no way, he's gonna get bumped.
The envelope, now the road thing is so exhausting. Can I have the envelope, please?
As you know, there are almost 7 billion people on the planet. Last night, this gentleman beat them all and was voted the greatest supporting actor in the entire world, Jack Palance.
Exciting. And in case, I noticed, now last night you looked a little tipsy, you left the bar, and you dropped this on the barroom floor, in case you hadn't seen it.
My God, you got one of those too?
No, I get one of those. And this one has the head unscrews, and you can put, no, this one is, I have never seen one of these. This is very impressive.
Really?
No, I've been teasing you all day, but really, this, I think it's just great. I'm going to congratulate you. There you go. There's your Oscar there. They put your name on, when do they put your name on it? Here, we'll put it right here. Look at that. And I also want to thank the Tukayaka Manufacturing Company of Osaka. No, actually, these are, that's a beautiful thing. That styrene plastic is unbreakable.
It's wonderful. They love to sit in couches like this.
Huh? Well, that's pretty neat. Now you're going to tell me you didn't expect to win? My 2 guests tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't expect to win?
Did you expect to win? What did you think? Come on.
Oh, God. Did I expect to win?
I don't think you did, because obviously your prepared speech was perhaps... did you work on that for hours and hours?
No. One of those things, the thing that happened with that speech is I was sitting there thinking, my God, I'm going to have at least 45 minutes, an hour. Let me see some of these guys coming up and making their acceptance speeches. Then I'll do something a little different. But I was in the first bunch. So I had to run up there thinking, sorry, damn it, do some push-ups or do something.
Oh, you
Get
okay?
it over with.
Now, where are you going to put the Oscar when you get home? What are you going to? Have you built a place, a special room, perhaps?
Yeah, this thing has become so terribly important that I'm going to walk around the streets, obviously, like this.
Oh, that's good.
And if I don't like somebody, I'll bow and it'll hit them on the toes, break the darn things, and so
Did
it's
you
going to
party
be.
all night last night?
Did I what?
Did you party? Did you go out and party? Have a good time?
Oh yes, from 11:30 to 12. Hey, you can't do those push-ups unless you go to sleep by 12 o'clock every night, you know. Generally, I make it 12:30 when I know you're on.
Right. Well, thank you. Well,
Yeah.
very much. That may have helped win the Oscar as well for you.
Oh, yeah.
It seems to me I predicted not a few months ago.
You did vote to those, you did write to those guys, didn't you?
I threw a few bucks their way. Yeah,
Yes.
I said. Now, does this make a big change? Do you find suddenly, well, it's probably a little early to tell, but suddenly more offers pour in? I mean, you've been established for a long time, but does this make it really over the top?
Jay, you know what it did? I did it without even thinking. Suddenly, here I am wearing a pair of trousers with cuffs. And this is the first time I've done this in years, so it happened today. Do you think there's any connection?
No.
I don't know. There's nothing in there except dirt.
So this hasn't changed your life a great deal, in other words.
Not yet. I'm sure that when I get outside...
Oh, but you're pretty excited. I can tell. You look like you're excited. Aren't you glad you won? Yeah.
How the hell can I turn him down?
Yes. Sure. I think everybody wanted you to win, too.
Yeah.
I know I did. I did. When was the last nomination? Last time you were nominated was what, 52?
52 or 3, yeah.
Well, that's pretty amazing. I mean, I don't think there are many people, seriously, that could go that span. And this isn't like one of those kind of ones where, oh, here's your lifetime, thanks for hanging around for 80 years Oscars.
Yeah.
I mean, you really won this, you know. It's true, isn't it? Sure. You did a great job in the movie. Did you get any funny messages? People send you goofy telegrams and things?
I got an awful lot of cufflinks made in Tijuana. I got bunches of things made in Tijuana. They're gifts. They're wonderful. Messages? Yeah, an awful lot of messages. Some of them said, good, I hope the hell this satisfies you, and will you go away now? Or something like that. But I'm going to stick around.
You think they'll do a sequel now to City Slickers now that you have them?
A sequel to City Slickers?
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to have me coming back as a dead man with the cigarette.
Kind of the ghost, a prequel?
I think so. That would be very nice if they did. Because I think one of the nicest men I've ever worked with is Billy Crystal. And I would love it.
Very nice man. And very, very charming things you said about him, too. What a lovely compliment.
Yes, it was. Well,
don't need to repeat it here, sir.
No. You know, I've got to change my diet, that's all.
So what do you do now? Do you take a vacation, bask in the glory? Are you working on something right now?
Oh, I'm going to take a vacation until Thursday.
Yeah.
And Thursday I'm going to America del Sud, Argentina.
Ah.
Yeah. Do a little work.
Oh, you doing a film, another?
No, they want me to be a talk host. I'm going to try it there and then come back here and see how it works.
Really?
I want to get far enough, Jay. You know, if things go wrong, it possibly won't be heard of.
Oh, if it goes wrong, it'll be heard of. One thing about this town.
Yeah, and between now and Friday, I've got to learn how to speak Spanish. So that may be that
all
I may have a
inconsequential.
problem.
Well, I think I know you were you've taken the family out and one. See, last time he was on, I made him promise if he won, he would come back that night. And I know you had other plans tonight, but I called and reminded you of the promise, and you came by.
Am I taking the family out?
Yeah, didn't you tell me that? You had some...
No, they're taking me out.
Oh, they're taking you out?
I'm too cheap to take that.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, where do you go to celebrate? Big fancy place, or do you like some kind of homespun?
Well, my son-in-law mentioned some place called Michael's in Santa Monica. Do you know that?
Michael's?
Yeah.
Is that near Timmy's and Larry's?
No,
I don't know.
I don't think so. It's near Isabella's
Well, if you go there now, I guess you'd probably get a free meal.
Well,
you know, I can get one of the pages to give you a couple of dinners we got.
I think this is an Italian restaurant, so I don't think we're going to get anything free.
There you go, boy. Hey, can't fight with an Oscar winner. Well, look, I know you just stopped by for a second to say hi, and I want to thank you for coming by, and I'm real happy that you won. I think it's just great. Congratulations.
You very much.
Jack Palance. It's not mine. He ran off. Who was that masked guy? Be right back right after this. Who was that?
Welcome back to E's Academy Award Highlight Show. I'm Michael Kastner. We're bringing you the highlights of the biggest night in the entertainment industry. Well, right now, we're at the El Rescate party at Maple Drive Restaurant in Beverly Hills. Debbie Harry is singing over my shoulder right now her big song, French Kissin' in the USA. Well, let's take a look at the Best Supporting Actor and Actress category. They started honoring that category in 1936. But did you know it wasn't until 1943, 7 years, that they actually got a statue? Until then, all they got was a plaque. Well, times have certainly changed since then. And this year, those supporting actors and actresses grabbed the spotlight and the statue.
Don't let it happen again. Winning the first award of the evening, Jack Palance was Oscar's pick for Best Supporting Actor. Palance has never won an Academy Award, although he was nominated in both 1952 and 1953. Backstage, Palance admitted that he's not his own biggest fan.
Have you seen the film yet?
City Slickers?
Yes.
No, I haven't. Not yet, no.
So
But
did you vote for yourself?
I didn't vote.
Second row?
The ballot arrived 2 days ago. And there was no way that I could have voted anyway, because the only film I saw this year was Beauty and the Beast.
Where are you going to put your Oscar?
On my head.
Talking to Dagny Holtgreen after leaving the press room, Palance said although winning the award means a lot to him personally, he knows how to keep it all in perspective.
I think it is going to do absolutely nothing for my career. I think if I were 35 or 30 or something like that, perhaps it would do something. I think it's just a kind of an offering, and maybe a peace offering. I don't think anybody is going to win an award unless they get a special role. Nobody does. And it's just as true with me as with any of the other winners tonight. I think the role is uppermost. There's no question about that.
What did I get? What did I get? What did I get I couldn't have gotten from anybody with no name any night of the week?
In the Best Supporting Actress category, even the odds-on favorite, Mercedes Ruehl, was astounded when she was chosen for her role in The Fisher King.
Well, it made me feel I better be damn sure to have something prepared to say. But on the other hand, Hollywood's the home of the curved ball, so, you know, yes, everyone, including everyone I ever went to school with all the way down to 7th grade, called me with the odds, you know, regularly. So I did know, and I was hoping, but, you know, then you get into this position where there's this big Zen question. The odds are with you, and what if, you know, just to test you, the gods pluck it away from you anyway, even though you had the odds. So I was still very nervous.
On her way to an evening of Oscar festivities, Mercedes told E's Dagny Holtgreen that carrying along Oscar wouldn't be too much of a burden.
It ain't heavy. It's my Oscar. Isn't there a phrase from Boys Town? He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
And this is your Oscar. What are you going to do with this Oscar?
I thought I'd wear it on a leather thong around my neck. I feel, being gold, it goes with everything. And when I start to develop a sort of widow's hump from wearing this around my neck, I'm going to tastefully place it on a little shelf in a vestibule in my apartment that everyone has to pass through to get to the main living quarters. And they won't have to stay there and stare at it all night, but it will be very hard to miss.
Don't go away. There's still lots more to come, including the answer to this riddle. What do Federico Fellini, Alfred Hitchcock, and Orson Welles all have in common? We'll tell you when we come back.
Ask me anything you want.
Beatty.